So you know what I fucking love doing now?
What's that?
Like, it's just my new favorite thing. Declining robocalls before they get to like a reasonable amount of rings, or like any random number that comes in. I just like it just starts ringing and it's a random number, and before it even gets to like 3 or 4, like I just nope.
Yeah.
Just I want them like I'm not even considering it.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
like it's my favorite thing. It's like it's the best, but I've been doing it for like the past week or two. Like I'm like not even gonna let it do it. So I decline it, but like the high is kind of fading.
Yeah.
Of
so
like
you need to like.
I've had to like up the ante past few days. So the other day, kid you not, like no bullshit, a random number came in. Like my phone rang. I pick up the phone, and just like that, I pick it up. I answer it. I just go da, and I hung up. And I hung up immediately. And like, dude, I like needed a cigarette after that. I was like, oh, that felt so good. It was like I was warm for like an hour.
Do it to a
after
real life
that.
person.
I hope that was a real life person and not a robot.
Yeah.
Just because like the bafflement they must have experienced, like the thought of it, just it literally made my day.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
I had one call me that was like really, like eerily close to like my old home phone number.
Oof.
Like from, well, you know, like my parents' home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like they've gone through your contacts and then made a number based off that.
I want to answer and just be like, Mom? And they'll be like, no, is Martha there? But you're calling from my dead mom's phone.
Right.
You're calling from, she's dead. You know?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, sorry. Just wanted to tell you about health insurance. And
Yeah.
oh, okay.
You know you could refinance your car loan. Sorry about your mom, but you could.
yeah, real fucked.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies.
Welcome.
I'm Chris.
I'm Josh, a.k.a. Lil Buoyancy, a.k.a. the flip-flop drip drop.
I am a Will Overkill.
So this week, there are too many. Mom is calling from your iPhone. Answer it.
Answer, yeah.
Hold on. Hey, Mom.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿cómo estás tú?
Bien. I'm doing the podcast. Can I call you right back?
Oh, I'm sorry. Bye.
Okay. Love you, Mom. You're famous.
She hung
Already
up
hung up?
immediately. She's like, love you, Mom.
Okay, fuck him too.
Mom, I just wanted to let you know before you hang up. Well, anyway, so welcome to There Are Too Many Movies,
Yes.
the most professional podcast on,
Yeah, absolutely.
on iTunes.
My mom loves me. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's our new co-host, or another new co-host we have,
My ma.
Mama.
Me ma.
So this week we watched
Extremely wicked, shockingly toxic, and vile.
Was that it?
Wait.
Sure?
Shockingly Evil.
Evil and
Yeah.
vile.
I mean, I would have still got it wrong.
Shockingly Toxic.
Why did I
That's
type that?
toxic.
Evil.
Evil.
Yeah. So
To be completely honest with you guys, I pushed back today's show by an hour because I needed to watch it this morning.
I watched it this
I
morning.
watched
too.
it yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I usually always watch the show on Saturday, but
Yeah.
tomorrow's
Right.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I had to. It was hard to find time to like watch it throughout the week. So
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah.
Here it is. Fresh tips, fresh
Yeah.
opinions.
I like doing it the day of, actually,
Really?
in the morning with some coffee, and then it's just fresh in my head, and then can still just kind of download it after. But so actually, to start this off, I'll say I had watched 2 episodes of the Ted Bundy tapes, but I lost interest.
I would say that it's almost essential to watching it. I think it's the same director.
it is the same director.
It is the same guy that did the Ted Bundy Conversations with a Killer, the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix. He did this biopic, starring Zac Efron.
I think my biggest problem up front with it is that everyone knows who Ted Bundy is. He's like one of the most famous serial killers. But if you don't, the first 80% of this movie paints him as Stephen Avery, as like a guy who's wrongfully convicted.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's weird because
So that's an issue that you have with it right off the bat?
Yeah.
well, I would say that ties into the sensationalization
Right.
of him in general.
That people
Yeah.
couldn't see him as a criminal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people couldn't do that, and people couldn't picture him as a murderer or do the had done the things he did. But I guess do you want to start? Let's start with the actual movie, not
Yeah.
the Ted Bundy tapes. I guess we'll
Yeah, I
just
guess.
break into that. Okay,
Right. Well, just to, off of what you're saying as far as like your issue with it, I do think that the film is playing into that sort of like he was so in denial of his crimes and like to the world, outwardly too. And
Massively narcissistic.
especially with his girlfriend, I think we're sort of peeking at it through her eyes and like her vision. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Is how this film is interpreted, in my opinion. And then at the end, it sort of flips.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
That's how I sort
Yeah.
of perceived it. It's
Yeah.
like you're right. It's Stephen Avery through the first half of the film. Because it's like, how could this guy possibly do this?
Right.
You know what I mean? They're almost painting him like an innocent man.
Well, let's say this was a drama that was written, a fiction film, and
Yeah.
you were watching it.
yeah,
And you didn't have the pretense of knowing that was Ted Bundy, one of the most iconic killers of all time. Like you
Right.
said, you would watch it thinking, I don't know if this guy did it or not.
yeah.
That's true.
And I mean, to be fair,
And I think that's the
how
beauty
el-
of it.
Yeah, how else can you do this film?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad it didn't show any of the murders. Because first of all, the fact that the film exists is already a glorification of the serial
true.
killer
Right.
himself.
Right.
That's a good point.
Just think about
So if they were to actually film those scenes,
Like the
you know what I mean?
stalking. and
Yeah,
the-
like, come
they,
on,
They had
don't-
like one scene where he like hit her with a tire iron.
yeah,
Right?
it was
Yeah.
very.
was
I
near
like
the
the way they
end.
did it.
Yeah.
but because you didn't, you still. I guess it was. First of all, like doing dramatizations of that. Not only does it glorify it, but then it puts it into like a. This biopic is kind of from the point of view of the public during that trial, where it's
Yeah.
like I don't know if they never saw any of the murders, they never saw, what he did.
It's a handsome, well-to-do guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm innocent and I'm charismatic and I'm all that.
Right.
That's how we were watching the biopic too. It seemed like, or the perspective of the biopic was taken from that way. But
Agreed.
but I want to say like up front, this guy is a piece of shit.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Huge, immense piece of garbage.
Yep.
And throughout the movie, you had a problem with the fact that they kind of painted him in an innocent light, right?
Right.
I had a problem with that, but also just the fact that this exists. And then it made me think about like true crime in general, like everybody's obsession with true crime and then
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
the dramatizations. And I was just like, man, we're like, think of the family. Let's just say you're the father or mother of one of the victims of Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
They announced they're making a film about Ted Bundy starring Zac Efron. It's like, can you not?
Yeah, it's like OJ's book after all that
If
shit.
I did it,
If
Yeah.
I did it.
you did
And,
it.
like the family's like, can you stop it?
yeah, exactly.
If I
got
did
it.
it, chapter 1, I did.
I allegedly
Yeah.
did all the next 19 chapters of a book.
yeah,
Here's how it happened, chapter 2.
if it happened.
If it happened, but I mean, come on.
There's like an asterisk on every word.
It's like there's a bunch of like black Sharpie.
Yeah.
Redacted after.
Yeah.
It's redacted F. So I just like thinking about. I kept on thinking about that while I was watching the movie about how we were casting stars to play people.
There was a lot
that
of stars in this too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That we kind of idolize in a way that we're at. It's a crazy story, and he killed 30 plus people.
Yeah.
and that's only the ones he confessed to,
Right.
or that they know about. But it just made me kind of like, this is gross.
Yeah.
This is first, like, it's just gross that it does exist.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's any different than other true crime films, you know?
Well, do you mean documentaries or biopics?
Biopics too included, and documentaries and dramatizations. You know, it's like if it does make it on a grander scale that it's Zac Efron playing Ted Bundy, you know, this infamously awful human being. I chalk it up to like this is how they do this. You know what I mean? It's not a dramatization, but I mean they're essentially telling a true crime story.
It's
Yeah,
a story at the end of the day.
yeah.
It's kind of like the opposite end of the spectrum where if you look at Monster with Charlize Theron,
yeah.
how they more so painted her out to be a monster, as the title suggests. But if you actually look into the story of Eileen Wuornos, like she was doomed from birth. Like,
Yeah.
she never had a chance. Like she was forced into like homeless prostitution at the age of like 8.
Jesus.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that, and I need to.
It's so
Brutal.
fucking good.
Yeah, I need to. I'm a huge Charlize Theron fan.
Yeah,
so
she's amazing in that movie.
it's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, well, where should we start? I mean, Zac Efron's performance,
Fucking
Yeah.
sick.
dude, amazing.
And
To be fair, like,
and I think I like Zac Efron in most things. I liked him in Baywatch. I liked him in just about everything. I mean,
he
seriously,
was great in Baywatch.
for real. That was not a bad movie. I mean, it didn't make a lot of money, but it's not a bad movie, dude.
Yeah.
It had The Rock in it, right?
Yeah.
That's why you saw it.
All right, fuck you. All right, fine. He's good in fucking. I don't know.
High School Musical.
That I did not see.
What else is he in? Because that's all I can
Neighbors.
think of.
He's really
yeah,
good in Neighbors. Like he's a good actor in that movie.
Did you see Beach Bum?
Never saw that.
He was good in that.
Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. He's he's taken since the High School Musical thing. He's like Robert Pattinson in Twilight.
he's trying to shake that.
He's breaking off into being a very serious, good actor.
This really elevates that.
I agree.
Like the fact that he got away from comedy a little bit and decided to do
Yes,
this,
100%.
a infamous role probably because it's like no one wants this probably,
Right.
and no one wants to be seen in that light, especially from his background.
It's a big responsibility.
To go from, I mean, dude, from High School Musical to fucking Shockingly Evil, you know what I
Ted
mean?
Bundy.
Yeah, like that's real fucked, man. But
Yeah.
he's so good
Yeah, he did a great
at
job.
being fucking awful, you know.
Yeah, there were two. He's great at being awful.
Right.
There were two moments that I was just like, just damn acting moments.
I know
like
one of those.
his monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the camera was just slowly dolling in on his like monologue in
yeah.
the court.
Yeah.
and he's didn't blink and just like delivering his like
you are a sociopath.
yeah, that moment. But there was a moment in when his mom came to the jail.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
and
I
he
could-
just disassociates her completely.
yeah.
It's crazy.
But I don't know how. But have you ever been watching a film and you can tell like I think he improv that.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
have you ever had that like feeling where
Like, that wasn't written.
that, or like it's in Scorsese films and Tarantino films a lot, where you can tell the actor just kind of has
Hooves.
like a little bit of room to play, and the directors let him play.
Yeah.
I feel like during that scene, for some reason, there were just moments of improv and like reactions he had and lines that made me just go. I feel like he just was winging that, and like he had the script, but there's like accents and things he was putting on stuff.
Well,
Right. But
If he felt like he was in character as Ted Bundy, he probably felt comfortable with saying whatever's on his mind and thinking he's right about it.
I feel like that's what separates a good actor from a great one.
Right.
When you can see them just sort of become
Exactly.
them, and
Yeah.
I mean,
because that wasn't Zac Efron. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he
Yeah.
wasn't his typical sort of I don't know, I guess cliche of like his performances up until this point. Yeah, he was like a different person completely.
it's that confidence of I'm this character, and this is what I think this character would say. Those improv
Yeah.
accents and anecdotes.
And I think one of the things that like after the movie was done, and they're kind of they're showing like actual clips of the courtroom. They're showing actual clips of Ted Bundy, and it's like, oh, I was surprised how much he didn't look like Ted Bundy. But it's like during the movie, I was like, oh, this is Ted Bundy.
Totally.
Yeah, but at the same time, I felt like he looked like him.
He
It
did,
was
but
weird.
he didn't. You know what I mean? But it's like Zac Efron sort of embodied that.
Yes.
is what I'm saying. You know?
Yeah, but what was interesting about like kind of relevant to what you're saying. I don't know, like I don't know if it was in the Ted Bundy tapes or in the actual movie. So forgive me if I'm blurring the lines between the two. But like there was one of the sheriffs described him as having sort of a chameleon face. That like
Could look like
he could
eh,
assume
like this guy or
identities.
that guy.
Right.
Yeah, from whatever angle you caught him, he looked different and weird.
Yeah.
So I mean that could play into how
Yeah, I'm
Zac
sure.
Efron may or may not look like
Yeah.
him.
I,
That's
that-
interesting.
I love that his I can't must have been in maybe his first escape scene where I think it was his second. Whatever. He escaped and he hauled ass down the street and then he kneeled down slipped out of all his clothes, had like a fresh change of clothes, made a bandana, and like made like a bindle out of his
Yeah.
old shirt.
Yeah.
And he looked like a fucking just hippie walking the streets of Seattle.
Yep.
He assumed a few different identities and one of them one of them was like hippie in Colorado, and one of them when he was in Florida, apparently he was like really brown and tan. Like he went on the beach and fucking
Tanned hard.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I'm a Cuban.
yeah, borderline Cuban looking,
Oh wow.
and yeah, mustache.
I mean, he was
Everything.
obviously so smart to
Yeah.
do all of that
Yeah.
stuff.
There was a line he had in the Ted Bundy tapes where he said, it's actually quite easy to assume a different identity. It was just like, Jesus.
It's like Minority Report style.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's like,
Fuck.
okay, you sociopath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight
Just
up.
be a different human.
Yeah. It's actually quite easy to become someone else. Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we can empathize with that.
Yeah.
Psycho.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. It's very easy. Okay. We're going to zap you now.
What a cool guy.
We're gonna fucking gazow.
Gazow.
I see a fire in the.
Okay, so another thing about the performance is Lily Collins.
Who is she? The Liz?
The wife, right?
Liz, yeah.
She was really good.
She's really good. And I do want to say this though, dude. She's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
On another level though. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
how is a person made this way?
But also, it's that old thing of like in a biopic of someone way hotter than the actual person playing the person.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'm always like, just get a dude.
I know.
Get a lady.
I have that thought sometimes too when you see like someone that's that gorgeous and you're
Yeah.
like, can you just get an average person? Because this is distracting me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
actress is so beautiful. Like I get that in movies people like to look at pretty things.
Yeah.
But it's to the point of distraction where you're like,
That's another thing why I liked Bonnie and Clyde is because Bonnie and Clyde both, the Highwaymen,
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie and Clyde both weren't like famous people that you knew.
Right.
They weren't like crazy attractive or anything like that.
Yeah.
They were just people. And that was what was sort of like, that sort of added to their mystique. And I know we're going back to the Highwaymen,
It's,
but
I mean, it's a good example.
yeah. So in this case, I see what you're saying, but it's like, she's like pretty great to look at though.
You're right.
You know what I'm
and,
saying?
and then you compare it. It was so funny when she was like, "Who's that other girl?" That was like, she looked. I don't even know how to describe her. She looked
Like a kindergarten teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had those like the transition shades and then like a bowl cut.
yeah, she was like Barb from Stranger Things.
Yeah. And she's like, "So what's her story?"
I'm jealous.
Yeah. Like, no, you're not. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, it's weird because the woman I think the real woman of the woman that kind of became his ally later in court and the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
he had
Carol, I think.
Yeah, the real life version of her is actually I think pretty attractive.
Yeah. She looks pretty identical.
Yeah, I think more attractive than
Oh, really?
the portrayal of her, but it doesn't really matter.
If you had to rank all the women in the movie, how would you do it?
So performances also.
I would say Zac Efron first and
Yeah.
then Lily Collins.
Yeah, for sure.
You know whose performance I didn't like?
Who?
John Malkovich.
No.
I thought he was good.
I
But he was
thought-
John Malkovich.
Exactly.
dude. I pronounce and exaggerate every syllable.
Dude,
I'm John Malkovich.
the real judge was like a fat Southern guy. and then
bless
you
your
get-
heart, boy. You went a different way, partner.
Yeah. And
You went a different way,
Do not-
partner.
do not wag your finger at me. Do not wag your finger. Fucking
So
You can wag your finger
yeah.
at him.
That's fine.
not me.
bless your heart.
Yeah, that was just. I mean, obviously he's a good actor. He's blah blah blah. Why'd you get him?
I didn't know he was in the movie.
Me neither.
And he sat down like, all right, court is adjourned. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. Like John fucking Malkovich just sat down and I was
Yeah.
just like, oh shit. Like,
Fuck.
because I don't give a fuck, man. I love him. Dude.
I mean, yeah. It's
He's so fucking...
he's interesting always. I always love
Yeah.
watching him.
I know.
But I was just like, What a weird choice.
Yeah, it's like casting Christopher Walken or something.
Yeah.
Right.
No matter what that person plays, they will sound and act like Christopher Walken
Like,
or
hey, that's
like John.
Gianna
Whenever-
Michaels playing the judge.
I would have.
Like whenever John Malkovich is getting blackmailed in the film Burn After Reading,
Yeah.
like on the phone,
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm struggling to think what he actually said
When he's like screaming.
but it's like Brad Pitt is like, hey, we have your drive that has this information. I will fuck you in the street.
You are in over your head, you fucking idiot. That is probably my favorite John Malkovich performance.
Definitely.
Yeah, easily.
And when he gets fired in the beginning,
Yeah.
this is a crucifixion. What the fuck is this? The best, dude. I love that guy.
I fucking love that movie so
Dude,
much. He's so good in that.
Brad Pitt's death scene in that
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Oh god.
Doom.
Fucking boom.
Oh, that like
And George Clooney's just like, he was so good in that too.
yeah.
Another just great Coen Brothers, like stupid people
Like
in
under the
complex
radar.
situations. Yeah, just complex and
So good.
so. Anyways, back to the movie we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta fucking.
Get back to the movie. John Malkovich,
Odd choice.
odd choice. Who would you have casted then?
I don't know. Vincent D'Onofrio.
I don't know who that is.
He did
He's Gomer Pyle.
Don't know who that is.
What?
Who?
Full Metal
Full Metal
Jacket.
Jacket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. He's not really like big like John Goodman.
Oh, he'd have been
Would
good.
have killed it. But
Yeah.
also John Goodman is always John Goodman.
Yeah. But he could have pulled off a southern accent and all that other shit.
Too. What if it's like
Dude, Vincent D'Onofrio like changes into every role that he's in though.
a great actor.
Dude, he's like-
Kingpin.
He's Kingpin.
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought
He's-
you were talking about the Sarge for a second.
no.
No,
yeah,
Arlie
he
Ermey.
would be great.
Yeah, he'd be great. He was the Roach in Men in Black.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Is that better?
he's so fucking good in that.
good.
He's a great actor.
You guys gonna see the fourth one?
Men in Black?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not either.
Jesus. I'm just gonna watch Ragnarok again.
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
I'm
the
watch
same two actors.
Blazing Saddles for the
okay.
1000th time.
Yeah.
So yeah, John Malkovich was John Malkovich.
Malkovich.
Yep.
Yeah.
As always. It's fine.
James Hetfield as a sheriff,
Wait.
as a
Wha-
patrolman.
What?
James Hetfield was in the movie.
I didn't notice at all.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
He pulls over Ted Bundy in the first, I don't know, in the first act
James Hetfield.
Metallica.
from Metallica.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't notice at all.
He's like a patrolman or sheriff or
Is he
something.
just like a big fan? He's like, can I be in the movie?
Yeah. I mean, and then they use Metallica later on in the film too.
Didn't notice at all.
Really? When they're
Nah.
like taking pictures of his teeth. I forget what
I
song.
remember like it got fast
Master
and
of puppets
zoomed
on
in.
pulling the string.
I think it's Seek and Destroy. No. Four Horsemen. That's what it is. Dip it, 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 dip it.
Not a fan, TBH.
I didn't notice.
All right, fuck you guys.
But that's crazy. He
Yeah,
pulled
James
him over.
Hetfield is, and she's the one that, or he is the one that arrests Ted Bundy for the first time and is like, pulls him over or whatever. And yeah.
Crazy.
Your light was in my eyes. Look. By the way, like when he gets out of the car and like, hey, try doing that today.
I thought the exact same thing. Hey, officer. Gah, 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 gah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Is what would happen.
I've reached down to get my license after they've asked for it, and they're like, "Well, hold on, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Getting my license."
Yeah, I haven't been pulled over like post all this like police insanity, right? White privilege, but if I do get pulled over, I'm fucking 10 and 2 on
Oh,
the
of
fucking
course.
dash, or
Yeah.
like hands on the dash type shit. Now, like I know I'm not the one that's a target of prejudice normally, but still
Minimize.
I'm still
Yeah.
scared. of
Here's the
cops
thing.
now.
Totally.
Like just that's one of my biggest fears is being shot wrongly or something.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like I was getting my phone or something, and just someone that got scared and
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If I were to get pulled over today, I would be shot in the street. I would have to unbutton this bad boy. I would have to do one of these and then take the hat off and be like, "Hello, how are
Yeah.
you? Good." Like I would have to shout out that like I don't have an accent or anything
Right.
like that because it's kind of assumed sometimes. You know what I mean?
You've told me stories about you with cops that they assume a lot of things about you, and it's
Oh, yeah,
not
absolutely.
fucking cool.
Yeah, one guy, one cop for, it's just this weird instance. Like, friend of mine. Oh, fuck it. Whatever.
Maybe we shouldn't.
No. I won't get into that. But
Maybe don't. Maybe stop.
don't. But he was like, "You have a warrant," or he's like, "You're on probation." Like he just pointed at me and said that, like, "You're on probation."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, actually, not."
I'm just home and you're on my front porch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's that's fucking stupid. You're on probation. Nope.
Nope.
your
Never done
brain a
anything wrong,
He's like,
dude.
oh, I'm racist. Okay.
Yeah.
What if he's like, oh, then that makes me a racist then? I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry about that. I'll mind my business.
I'm sorry.
I would
learned a valuable lesson here.
I would have appreciated that, but he was like, whatever then.
Right.
Yeah,
You know? Hey, dude, fuck you.
for sure.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Not cool, dude. Don't do that.
Yeah. So back to the movie.
As I had a sawed head off in my hand.
This is for Halloween.
So where were we? John Malkovich, and then what were we talking about? James Hatfield pulled someone over.
Yeah.
Do we need to break down the just overall plot?
I mean, Ted Bundy's a killer. That's about it.
Let's talk about. I guess we can talk about the incompetency of the police at the time. But I know it's not.
He outsmarted them quite a bit.
Yeah.
it's not. I know it's not as they didn't have as advanced technology, and they weren't as connected as we are now. There was no internet. There was most of the communication was via snail mail and like rotary phone. So it's not like they can really pass around a sketch or a photo of him and stuff like that. That being said, he escaped twice.
Yeah.
And one time he just jumped out of a window when he was not handcuffed for the majority of his time because he was studying. This is someone that was convicted of multiple first-degree murders.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Brutal murders.
We're like, oh, we just lost him in the public. Like, he's just out and about right now.
why was he ever in the public near a window, unchained, unshackled, ever? Just like, oh, I can't, he always managed to convince people.
He
like,
just had that rapport with everyone.
what is charisma? Because I want it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is that thing behind your eyes that power to
Manipulate,
Exactly.
it's insane.
influence, all
weird.
that.
Some weird like reptile brain shit or something where they're just like,
They just know how to tap into your fucking needs and wants.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
Fucking
just
crazy. I wish I knew how to do that.
in
I'll
a way
teach you.
Thanks.
it's you watch all that footage of him and he's so smiley and
It's
like
Yeah.
it's
weird.
carefree, really odd.
It's that carefree, just like lackadaisical,
Exactly.
sort of like, it's all good.
And
Until it's not, dude.
until you're getting zapped by the electric chair.
Yeah, straight
But
up.
that was the crazy thing. I mean, he is a sociopathic narcissist, but he never thought, no matter what he did, that it wasn't going to be okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think he truly felt that he could prove his innocence. I mean, he was so confident about it. He thought he could prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no matter what he did, he figured. I think in his mind he had delusions of grandeur because he thought, I'm going to be the biggest celebrity lawyer in the world. I'm going to get myself off my own murder charge, and then I'll be set for life.
And then everyone's going to write about me. and
Exactly.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Me,
He had
me.
serious delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
But that all got fucked up when he turned out to be an actual piece of shit.
yeah.
Well,
And I think that's what the judge sort of like, and that's a real line that the actual judge said. Like, I wish you hadn't taken that road. I wish you would have made a great lawyer.
you would have made a great lawyer.
Every woman in the courtroom's like, what?
It's
You don't
a
have
true waste of humanity.
Right. You don't have any animosity towards him?
Yeah. That was
Any animosity?
none.
Sure.
Yeah. The families.
I'm just a
Victims-
good old boy.
Yeah. The victims of the family are in the court. Like,
I'd be like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Fuck you. Why are you a judge?
I got no animosity. You would have made a great lawyer. I would have loved to see you practice.
You take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry about all those women you killed. Women you
Yeah.
killed.
Make sure you got low cholesterol for when we send 10,000 volts through your body.
That's what I didn't understand. Moments after giving him the death penalty
Take
via
care of
electric
yourself.
Yeah, via electric chair. You take care of yourself, and I mean that.
He's like, you killed me.
Yeah, he's like, what do you want me to do? Exactly.
You just killed me.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
By the way, like electric chair, holy fuck, is that
Dude,
a
that is
primitive ass fucking
awful.
barbaric medieval acts. Like
Even worse.
But no, dude, straight up, the lethal injection is way worse.
Really?
I
Yes.
thought they send him out on a nice little morphine dream.
Yeah, one of those processes. Okay, so the entire process, there are like 4 to 5 needles
Oof.
that you have to take.
Yeah.
The first one is to make you immobile.
Oh, just like deactivates your central nervous system and muscles.
It's fucked. So,
I just-
the
I
first
wanna-
one is to make you immobile, so you won't scream, you won't move.
Okay.
All right.
Just drop a rock on my head, dude. Fuck that. Fuck that, dude.
Just drop a rock on my
I mean, dude, what the fuck?
Just take me out to the woods and stone me.
It's like you're just sitting in a chair and then they're like, we'll be right back. And then they turn around with like a king cobra and they're like, okay, stay still. Don't fuck this up. Like, just end it. Just end it.
Just shoot me in the head.
Death by Cobra. Fuck that.
Is more. Dude, that would be more.
It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, and then they just kind of hold its head like, all right, expose your neck, and it just goes, and then
Right.
like,
They get like the spitting cobra and they're like, okay. Open your eyes.
like Jurassic Park.
Oh
fucking-
my god. Yeah.
Shit. Okay, so needle number 1 is immobile.
Yeah, to make you immobile. The second one is just pain through your entire fucking body because it's shutting down your nervous system at that point.
Ugh.
The second needle does that.
So literally everywhere you feel pain, basically.
Oh, 100%. But the first needle is so important because it looks less barbaric.
Holy
Because you're just
shit.
sitting there just like,
So that the second one is actual malicious punishment.
yes.
That's some Greek shit.
Because like you could just, I don't know, keep going.
Yeah, okay, so the second one is just absolute pain throughout your entire like that's
You couldn't, you can't do anything.
you can't scream, you can't do anything. So it's yeah. The third one starts shutting shit down, like your fucking oxygen, fucking you can't breathe anymore.
Yeah.
And then it just keeps getting worser, dude. But
Way worser.
The first one is so important. Also, another thing about lethal injection, they don't have doctors to do it because doctors are licensed to save lives, not take lives.
Right.
You know the whole Dr. Death thing?
Yeah.
So the people that do lethal injection they are security officers.
Oh, they're like, oh, sorry, missed the vein.
That happens a lot.
Oh, and they just squirt pain into your muscle. Like, "Ah!" Dude, did you watch that? There's
It
an
happens a lot.
There's an Uwe Boll documentary about the lethal injection and about like the death sentence in prisons. It's
Yeah.
the darkest shit I've ever seen.
Fuck, dude.
But there's an interview with the warden who did who did executions in a Texas state prison for like 20 years, and then like one day he was just like, I don't feel like this. I don't feel like doing this anymore. He's like,
after 20 years.
after 20 years, he executed the first female execution
of course,
in
this is
Texas.
in Texas.
Yes.
Robin Williams had this hilarious bit about lethal injection and electric chair in one of his last stand-up specials. He's like, and they sterilize you. They run a little alcohol swab on your arm. It's like, what the fuck was that for? He's
Right.
like, we don't want you to get that last second infection. Come on now.
Right.
That's funny.
But okay, so let's get off that fucking dark ass topic of the death row.
Execution.
Legal execution. Which, by the way, I hope anyone that's ever gotten one deserved it. That's all I will say about that. I hope,
Yeah.
and I know that's not true,
Yeah.
but I hope that tool, wherever or if it's still used or whatever, I hope it's actually for people like Bundy that like there's no solution but to end you, dude.
Yeah, like you
are
are
gonna escape.
unfixable.
You're fucked. You make a mockery of society and the justice system.
Mm-hmm.
You murder and end families. You're done. We just need to just delete your genes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we.
Unsuccessfully, but
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
I don't know if I'm pro or against death penalty, but man, when it comes to this guy,
dude, I like that you said that because that's an honest fucking statement right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
not-
know what I'm for. I don't know what I'm against.
Like the situation.
I'd rather
Who
not
am I
think
to
about
say?
it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not think of what to do with people like him. You know, it's like, is it mercy to make them die, or should they rot in a cell? And
I mean-
have with taxpayer money for the rest of their life. Like, I don't fucking know the answer.
That's what Australia was for. You just take all the people. I mean, originally they just took all the criminals and they're like, "You fucking figure it out." And then they figured it out.
Let's send him to like every deadly species in the world.
Right. Send them to Snake Island.
Straight up.
Face of King Cobra.
Uh,
All right,
All right.
let's move on. Or are we done with this movie? Or
I just want to mention that the camera work borderline made me nauseous. It was so shaky.
just the handheld stuff?
I guess so. It was so shaky, and there was so many cuts that I was just like,
I didn't necessarily notice, but
really? It
didn't bother me.
It bothered me.
It was
Honestly.
modern filmmaking.
Yeah, I didn't really feel it.
I was triggered.
Yeah, triggered. It's fully triggered. Get with the times, bro. It's
Yeah.
modern films. I don't know. Anything else on this movie besides Ted Bundy's major human garbage?
At the very beginning, when Lily Collins is like, "Are you sure you want to stay? I have a kid," and he's like, "Of course,
Yeah.
of course." Hey, that's a common misconception. If you have a kid, we're still gonna want fuck. Like, there's nothing a man won't say, dude.
Especially in that situation that close to the finish line.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
You have a kid? I have 7. Can we still do this now?
yeah.
Like, you're gonna say whatever you gotta say when you're that close to the finish line, as you're saying.
Yeah. And then, like, when it, I thought for a second, like, when it cut to her in the morning and he was gone, it
Like
was
her
just,
kid's gonna be like,
No. I thought it was just going to cut to him, like, skipping down the street, like, walking on sunshine.
Oh.
Just, like,
Yeah.
like, bounced. Never talked to her again.
Right.
I had no idea, but I mean, I should have seen it coming. Like the fact that he would have basically set up a life with her because he's that much of a sociopath.
Yeah.
But I
Right.
thought it was going to be like, oh yeah, no problem, blah blah, and sleep with her and leave. But anyways,
Just don't fall for it, is what I'm saying.
ladies, that's all I'm trying to say.
No, not
More
even
of a
that, dude.
PSA.
Anybody, dude. Don't fall for, like, you have a kid? No problem. Mm-hmm. No, that's not the case.
overall a pretty cool dude.
That's super nice of him to not.
Murder his wife.
Yeah, what a guy.
Well,
and daughter, what a guy.
it would have been the first person they looked at. He was at least that smart.
It's crazy. Crazy also that just the level of stuff he did, but also the level of normal she thought he was.
Right.
Insane.
I love the poetic justice though of him murdering all those people in the Northwest, more liberal part of the U.S., where there essentially isn't a death sentence.
Yeah.
And he flees to Florida.
Yeah.
And murders in Florida. And they're like, we're here to murder you.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
that was
I actually
was-
liked that when he came in and was like, they let you slip. Colorado let you slip.
we're not.
You're not getting out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That was cool.
Like we're keeping our fucking eye on you.
I did really like, I think it's the last scene or one of the last scenes with Lily Collins and Zac Efron
Oh yeah.
when she's asking him, like, you know, she's like, "Hey, dude, it's been 10 years.
I gotta know.
I gotta just be straight with me, man. Please tell me. Like, this has been a fucking prison that I've also been in."
Yeah.
For the
She
last
says,
10
I've
years.
been carrying your guilt.
Yeah.
When she thought like she had convicted an innocent man for years.
Yeah. It sort of like turns the guilt like to another
Yeah.
angle.
Which
Yeah.
is
Cool.
which is silly to I mean, you know, she's not when you I guess someone like that can manipulate you to the level of delusion, but to think it's your fault because you called in something that looked like your boyfriend and matched a description and you gave him the name and then you think that would make the police pin like 20 murders on
Yeah.
him or
Yeah.
something. Like, I'm fleeing and breaking out and fleeing and then murdering people and then getting captured, but I'm innocent.
Papillon, you know?
Yeah.
Have
Have you read this book?
There's this one book I read about basically me,
Yeah. Yeah. The delusions of grandeur.
but you were saying.
So she's asking him, like, dude, just be straight with me. And he's like, well, I can't really say since this is being recorded. But I didn't do anything. I didn't fucking do anything. And she just, it was so fucking badass. She just shows him a photo. She's like, I haven't been able, for the longest time, I was not able to look at this.
For a decade, she said.
And it's like, it's a corpse with a decapitated corpse. And she's like, what happened to this person's head? Like, I know you did this. What happened? Like, that's all I want to know. He's like, I didn't, like, I didn't do that. Also can't speak over the phone, so and she's like, dude, what happened to her head? And then he just starts writing on the glass, and it's, oh man,
the editing there was so good.
yeah. The sequence of shots that they had right there, that was
Yeah.
so good. It's kind of like going back and forth
Build up.
as he's writing it, and you can't really tell what he's writing. Like,
Yeah.
I was having trouble.
Yeah. You saw like a little formation of letters.
You
but-
can
Yeah.
see like an H maybe at the beginning.
And then it zooms out, and it just says hacksaw.
Then like a little mini flashback of him just picking up a hacksaw, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
And that was the only time it actually showed a crime. Him committing
Yep.
one of
that and
a
the
part
tire
of-
iron.
Yeah, the part of the crime was
Part of the crime.
He hit like he hits her in a parking lot, puts her body in a trunk, and then it just shows him picking up a hacksaw, and that was it.
Yeah.
Which I would love. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I would love if that was like a conscious decision on the director's part to be like, I don't want to show any violence.
Oh, I'm sure
really.
it was.
But another case of that could be like Zac Efron being like, I want to do this, but like, I also have a life to live after this. I don't want to be seen raping and killing people.
Well,
He
people
didn't
would-
really go too overboard at all.
No, but I'm saying, like, is that why that was like the only tidbit of violence in the entire
I don't
movie?
think it was Zac Efron. I feel like
You
if
don't
it was,
think so?
Yeah.
well, I can't speak for him, but
I'm
I mean,
sure
I
he'd
feel
want
like
to go hyper violent if anything.
I feel like he would if if the director in the movie called for it. But I think you're right that it's a decision on the director's part to be tasteful with the
Yeah.
actual true crime history.
Yeah.
and to not be disrespectful and to glorify
Yeah.
killing.
Right.
By dramatizing it in a way. So it makes you look at him as a person instead of the killings. I guess, or trying to get out
Yeah,
of
no,
killings. So I think it was a conscious decision. But
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's a whole like bin of footage where they shot it all and decided to cut it later. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, I heard that this had trouble finding distribution, and Netflix picked it up as sort of a last ditch.
Oh, it
Yep.
did. It played at Sundance.
Oh, really?
I don't see why it had trouble getting
It played
distribution.
at Sundance, and no one bought it.
And meanwhile, Netflix is so shameless. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll take any
I
controversy.
mean, serial
fucking-
killers are kind of in right now. There's My Friend Dahmer and Dead Bunny tapes and all this other shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if, they picked up the Ted Bundy tapes at the same time as the other one. I don't know. Because, I mean,
I don't-
they have the Ted Bundy tapes directed by the same guy. And
Right,
then they
yeah.
have the biopic with Zac Efron. I wonder how that all panned out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, overall, acting and everything, good. The film was good, even though there were times where I thought I was watching something out of in poor taste in a
Yeah.
weird way, where it's
But-
like, I do feel like it's just...
To be fair, the whole display, the media display and the public display of the courtroom of the trials was in poor taste.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, his proposal in the middle of a trial was in poor taste.
His case was one mix reality and history and in part reality television.
I
Like,
mean,
it was part true crime
Yeah.
courtroom television.
Yeah.
It was the first nationally televised courtroom trial, so it's legitimately unprecedented.
Yeah,
Right.
So
it was
he's
the
he's
birth
just
of that.
talking it up. He's just fucking
He thought
doing
he
what he
was
could.
he was a star in his own film.
yeah.
Yeah.
is what was
He
happening.
understood public perception very well. He would have been a good PR guy.
And apparently a good lawyer.
Aside
Yeah.
from all the killing.
Aside from murdering women and hacking off their heads.
If you can talk your way out of doing that, you might be a pretty good PR
Mm-hmm.
person in general. He's like, you accidentally said a racial slur? That's no problem.
That's fine. I murdered 30 women.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That was extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile. Thanks, guys.
Great job.
You're welcome. So now what? What do you guys want to do?
Let's do the fucking news, guys.
Shit.
All right.
What's going on in the fucking Jesus, that was loud.
Oh.
Fuck.
Sorry.
I'm deaf now.
All right.
News.
Let's get on to the news.
Watchmen trailer.
Ooh, yeah.
Looks good.
Hey, didn't watch it.
You didn't?
Okay. All right.
It chapter 2.
Ooh, that was a good trailer.
I didn't watch that either.
Dude, you
I
should.
didn't see it, so
Honestly, chapter 2 looks like what I was hoping for from chapter 1.
okay.
You should watch the trailer.
I liked chapter 1.
Well, I
It's-
need to. I'm not gonna watch chapter 2 trailer because I haven't seen the first one.
You know what we talked about? How like you love those trailers that are just like
One scene?
One scene. That's
Yeah.
the It 2 trailer.
Ooh.
Okay, but I still don't want to see it until I've seen the first one. I feel like it'd be better if I had context, right?
I mean, yes, but you'll get it. You'll get it.
Just watch it.
I will.
After
I mean, did you ever watch the originals?
Not
original
to
series?
I did, but like the
Like
original
when you were
Stephen
real
King-
young, I
Yeah, I
guess.
was too young to even remember.
I mean, you know the basic gist is some kids encounter an evil presence in their town when they're young, and then the second part is them at an older age confronting that evil.
Okay,
That's about it.
I'll check it out. I heard pretty good things
Yeah.
about the remake. So
Bill Hader's in it,
yeah,
Yeah, stoked
and
for
he
that.
actually it looks really good.
Yeah.
All right. So I have something I want to talk about real quick.
is it your outfit again?
God damn it!
Yes. No. The New Mutants.
The New Mutants, is that X-Men?
That's X-Men.
Okay.
Is that the comics?
Yeah, so the New Mutants is supposed to be this X-Men horror film that was going to be released last year. It has now been pushed to April 2020.
Why?
It's just been stuck
X-Men
in...
horror film.
It's a horror film about the X-Men.
Is it in the same timeline as like Dark Phoenix and shit like that?
Yeah.
The fuck? Wait, so when is Dark Phoenix coming out? That's coming out like next month, right?
Yes.
So there's going to be Dark Phoenix, and then next year there's going to be this horror movie?
Yes.
Okay.
But the New Mutants was supposed to be...
Okay.
The New Mutants was actually supposed to be out like over a year ago. Macy Williams is in it. Anna Taylor-Joy is in it.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
She's in the Vivitch. She's in
Oh. All right.
Thoroughbreds. She's fucking awesome. Glass and Split. I'm trying to think who else is in it. I mean, right there, dude. Like, it has a stunning cast. Like, it looks fucking sick. And the fact that they made a horror movie out of the X-Men, I think that's
interesting.
Is there
That's
a trailer?
really fucking cool. Yeah. Well, there's not a trailer, but there are scenes that have been released.
Okay.
It looks
I'll check 'em out.
fucking sick, dude. But here's the thing. I guess Fox just like doesn't want to fuck with it. They're just like, let's just keep pushing it back. Let's keep pushing it back. But everything about this movie looks better than Dark Phoenix.
Really?
Dark Phoenix, just based on the trailers, looks like
I mean, I'm probably not going to see it.
it looks like shit, dude. And
Does it?
this is coming from someone who really liked X-Men Apocalypse. I liked X-Men Apocalypse. I liked the day.
Days of Future Past?
Yes.
What's the chronology? Because I want to watch those, but I don't know the order.
Okay, so X-Men 2, skip X-Men 3.
Yeah.
Don't watch that. X-Men First Class. X-Men Days of Future Past.
Okay.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Those
you got
five.
some homework.
This
now,
is
boy.
like Captain Underpants and the Perilous Plot of Professor Poopy Pants.
And not X-Men Wolverine Origins.
Oh, yeah. The game was fun.
But
It's a great game.
It was a fun game.
But then you have the fucking stupid Wolverine movie.
2 or whatever.
That was awful. The one that was in Japan, the whole movie.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, I must look me to seppuku."
They fucked the Silver Samurai. It was so stupid.
I remember that.
Just like the fuck
I think-
Deadpool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really.
Those two Wolverine movies are just god awful. God bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you,
And then Logan redeemed everything. That was perfect.
Still
yeah.
haven't seen that.
dude.
I know how it ends.
Oh, fuck.
You need to see it. It's
You
amazing.
need to see Logan, though.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, I know the ending. It's fine. I've already seen it, basically.
Any more news?
I just wanted to bring that up, guys. I think that's really fucked up.
Can I give like one of my highest recommends
Yes.
to both you and whoever's listening?
Do it.
Let's do it.
Who are our one listener?
Do it.
I Think You Should Leave on Netflix is one of the
Oh my
funniest
God.
goddamn things I've ever seen.
I
I think you should
forgot.
leave.
Yes. I Think You Should Leave on Netflix, starring Tim Robinson. He's a writer of SNL, Lonely Island. He starred in a few things like sitcoms and random shit, but he has his own Netflix show. Holy fucking shit, is it funny?
There is some fucking like
Have you finished it?
yeah.
Okay.
There's some under the radar funny ass shit that happens in that show.
I'm going to show you 2 skits from the first episode after this.
Okay.
Because I just want to watch you watch it. Because like when I was watching this, like this is so our fucking humor. There are moments where I was just like, God damn it, this is. I watched it twice, and I don't.
Yeah,
I never
dude, I've
do
watched-
that.
yeah.
Wow.
Like when I finish something, I consider rewatching it a waste of time unless I really
unless
love
it's
it.
like
Yeah.
years later or something.
Yeah, unless I want to watch it with a new perspective years later, or I
wanna
love
watch it with
that
somebody
much.
else or something like that,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like I like watching it with somebody sharing something, but like if it's just me, I don't rewatch stuff because I feel like that's 2 hours wasted.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because I whatever.
Our time is so precious now. Dude.
I
Unless
run
it-
out of anxiety.
Unless it's like the Battle of Helm's Deep, and I just want to get fucking hype.
Yeah, exactly. So, right before like a lacrosse tournament, I just watch Battle of Helm's
Right
Deep.
before a polo tournament.
Yeah.
I've never ridden a horse.
But I can't recommend that show enough. It's a sketch comedy, 20-minute digestible episodes. There's like 6 of them. It
Okay.
is so goddamn funny.
Dude, the sketch where it's Scrooge waking up in his apartment, and then do you know what happens where like the guy busts through the wall? It's like Skeletrix and his army of bonies. Dude,
I don't remember
dude,
that.
shit. I lost it when I saw that.
I don't remember that one.
You gotta. Oh my
I fucking
God.
watched it twice. I don't remember that.
I gotta go back and show you that one then, because I'd lose my shit.
All right.
Anything
Down.
else? Play some games.
Play some games.
I'm
I'm always like the game advocate. Like
might
fun
have-
shit.
I might have a list.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh,
we got
shit.
a list going.
I may potentially have one.
Do we have
list music?
Yeah.
You bet your fucking bottom dollar we do.
All right.
Ready?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Top 5 superheroes who can be my new dad. All right. Number 5, Drax. Just a cool guy. Black Panther's dad, because he was also the Black Panther. He's a good dad. He was
He's
a king.
very good
Obviously.
dad.
Obviously.
Iron Man for obvious reasons.
Yep.
Captain America, because he's a good dad. He probably knows how the rules of baseball work.
He's the moral compass of like the MCU.
Yeah, his back probably doesn't hurt too much to play catch with him. And then number 1 is Pepsi Man. Because he's okay. If Pepsi Man was in the Avengers, Captain Marvel wouldn't even need to be in it. Because he would just fizz up the Pepsi and he'd get him.
And Infinity War, the Avengers wouldn't be like a trilogy. It would just
It would just be Pepsi Man fucks you up the movie. Okay. And top 5 superheroes that would be the worst superheroes to have as a father. Number 5, Mighty Mouse. Because he's a mouse, obviously. Number 4 is Thanos, because he kills all of his daughters.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a legit
technical
problem.
daughters,
yeah.
That's a problem.
Number 3
As
is... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Number 3 is Batman.
Why is that?
He just doesn't have a frame of reference. Number 2 is Underdog. Another animal that just wouldn't make any sense as a father. And number 1 is the Human Torch, because his body is on fucking fire.
You're not getting any hugs from that.
Yep.
Oh fuck. Oh, good shit, dude. Well,
Thanks.
well done.
Thanks.
Get a round of applause for
I'm
Wilson.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
That was lists with. That was the weekly top 5 with Alex Wilson. Oh fuck, those are gems.
Thanks.
All right. Game
All right,
time.
games.
Game time. Wait, should we see if she can play like a movie trivia game or something?
Shit.
Our co-host
Yeah.
Sure.
Alexa.
Dumb bitch.
Do you have any movie trivia games?
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, let's play a game.
All right, let's find you a game. You should check out the Vortex. It's the editor's pick. Want to try it or hear some other categories?
Movie games.
Sure, here are some TV and movie games. First, I've got a game called Akinator. Want to try it?
Sure.
You bet. Here's Akinator. Welcome back. I can read your mind. Think of a character. I will try to guess it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Does your character wear a mask?
No. You can say it too.
No.
Does your character wear a black mask?
No.
Is your character a teenager?
Maybe.
Is your character related to Marvel?
No. Now he is.
Surprising. Is your character's gender female?
No.
Is your character from a Japanese anime?
No.
Why is that relevant?
Does your character really exist?
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Does your character live with their brother?
No.
We
I already
fucked this
fucked it up.
It's fine.
Is your
I thought she
character
meant, like,
famous
are you
YouTuber?
fucking with me?
Never mind.
I can read your mind. Think of a character.
Let's
I
do a
will
new
try
one.
to guess it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Is your character a superhero?
Yes.
Sorry, I did not catch that.
Yes.
Is your character a superhero?
Yes.
Thanos is a superhero?
I mean,
Does your character wear a black mask?
No.
fucking cool it with a black mask.
Does your character have a red mask?
No.
No.
Does your character fly?
No.
No.
I see.
Hmm.
Does your character have green skin?
No.
No.
Surprising. Does your character use a shield?
No.
Well, well. Is your character related to Marvel?
Yes.
I see. Is your character a female?
No.
Let's get some music back. Make this tense.
Does your character have white skin?
No.
Damn.
Why?
Triggered.
How dare you?
Is your character purple?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, God.
I guess that you are thinking of Thanos. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Good job.
Sorry, I did not catch that.
She's like, I'm sorry.
I guess
I
that
was
you are
right.
thinking
I was
of
right.
Thanos.
Sorry, what?
Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. You did it. Yes.
Machine learning
Yes.
improved.
I guess right. Do you want to play again?
No.
No.
No. Never.
Sorry, I did not catch that.
No.
Yes.
Never.
I guessed right. Do you want to play again?
Disable.
You noticed I guessed right? Did you want to play again?
You noticed I did it, though?
No.
Yes, I guessed right. Do you want to play again?
No.
Thanks for playing. If you had fun, please leave a 5-star review in the Alexa store. That was fun. Let's try another. If you like Takenator,
No.
I recommend
No.
a popular game
We're
called
done.
Song Quiz.
We're
Would you
done.
like to try it?
No.
Choose a game category.
She's overstepping.
Dude.
No.
One of these days, Alexa, straight to the moon.
Thanks for listening to There Are Too Many Movies. See you
Yeah.
next week.